You're slow today. Maybe you're not sleeping well.
Really? Do you have to talk to me?
Disturbed REM patterns are a common side effect of fear. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Okay, the only thing that I fear is that while you've been lurking around my apartment for the past 9 days, the Kiss Me Not Killer is out there looking for his next victim.
The FBI believes the next victim is you.
Because he sent a picture of me with X's on my lips, he is looking for attention. Or he's creating a distraction. Either way, cruising me while I jog is not gonna find him.
Which is why you should stop playing coy and agree to help me with the case.
Boxer. Hi. What is it? Okay, I'll be right there. I spent 5 years on this case. Now it's your turn.
I profiled dozens of serial killers. They rarely make idle threats, Inspector Boxer.
Good thing I sleep with a gun under my pillow. Come on. Come on. Your usual. So what's this info you couldn't share over the phone?
I need 200 in addition to my burgers. It's a bargain, believe me.
Jefferson down. Don't push it.
Follow me. Come on.
Okay, how about a hint for my 20?
Just hang on, will you? We're almost there.
You been taking your meds?
Meds? No.
Where are we going, Skeet?
Just come in here, please. There's someone that I want you to meet.
Okay, who?
Him.
Whoa!
No, I really like you too. I saw you then.
Man, it hurts just looking at it. I mean, him.
Silas Spaulding, 41. I guess he was making a delivery.
2003 Chateau Cheval Blanc. That's about $400 a pop.
Well, Skeet found the head down the street. It must have rolled or bounced.
The man finds a severed head, picks it up, and takes it. Tell me you didn't give him money again.
Wow, dismemberment by vehicle. And judging by those yaw marks, this wasn't just some random hit and run. I mean, somebody was angry enough at this guy to hit him a few times. Did I mention how much I love having Tom out of town?
Well, you know, he will be back with a tan and a wedding ring.
Go check in with Jill.
Well, thanks for your help. Uni's canvassed the whole block. I'd start taking affidavits, but nobody saw anything.
Were you just flirting with him?
Have I mentioned how happy I am to be single again?
Every day since you moved out of Luke's apartment.
I love my life. Except this part. This part sucks. Hey! Is it true that a homeless guy found a head?
Hey, yeah, let's not make it sound like a good thing.
It's a terrible thing. It's also front page material.
Boo.
Oh, God.
Cadaver dog found this in a gutter.
Front page, above the fold material.
Silas and Mia, 2005.
Married less than 3 years. That's still the honeymoon phase for some couples.
Well, I'd say the honeymoon is over.
I still don't understand. Silas was walking, and a car hit him. And the person just left him there? Like roadkill?
We don't think it was an accident.
You mean somebody, what? Like murder?
Did your husband have any enemies? I mean, maybe somebody he did business with?
No, no. He and his business partner, Laurent Pernet, they're best friends. They built the wine business from nothing. And we all go to the theater together in Napa.
Mrs. Spaulding, I'm sorry, but we have to ask, where were you last night?
I was home.
What time did Silas leave the house?
I don't know. Please, search our house. Let's search our car. Anything to find out who did this to him. Because without Silas, that life, it's just over. Can I see my husband now?
That's probably not a very good idea.
Hey, Miss Spaulding gave us permission to search her house and her car.
It's a good sign she didn't kill her husband.
Maybe a better sign if she had any kind of alibi. We'll need to subpoena Silas's business records. See if you can get Mia's as well. She does something in commercial real estate.
Sure, I'll clear it with Denise.
Wait. Your voice didn't do that thing when you said Denise's name.
What thing?
The rumbly, trembly, hate-filled thing, which I'm sure nobody but me has ever noticed.
Denise is no longer a problem. Ever since she got drunk at Tom and Heather's wedding and announced to Luke that I'd had sex with Hanson, thereby ending my relationship, she's been a peach. Turns out my boss is actually capable of guilt.
I'm sorry. This event is invitations only.
SFPD, we're investigating a murder. Does that get us on the guest list?
We're looking for Laurent. Renee?
Silas can't be dead. He's just late. I've left him like 5 really pissed off messages on his cell. That's why he
His
hasn't...
wife ID'd his photo.
I can't believe this. He was my best friend for 20 years.
Tell me about your business.
We deal wine. Silas and I buy from vineyards and auction houses all over the world and resell to the right clientele. That's what we're doing here today.
Have there been any problems lately? Any dissatisfied customers?
No. You said he was carrying the Cheval Blanc. Maybe this was a robbery that went bad. We've been hit before.
All right, I'll look into it. Would you mind showing me your car, please?
Of course.
So you and Silas were close, Mr. Atkinson.
Actually, his dad was my best friend. Thank God he didn't live to see this.
Did Silas and his partner get along?
Partnerships. They're like marriages, one supposes. Up and down. Here, this was one of Silas's favorites.
Very expressive. Black currants, eucalyptus. Is that chocolate?
Distinguishing nose. Most of these people can't tell a fine Cabernet from Tubac Chuck.
Well, I dabble.
Maybe tomorrow.
Excuse me.
Partner's car is clean. I did get him to agree to a polygraph.
Okay, well, let's head back and see where we are with those tire tracks. Listen, I'm making a cup of coffee. I'll be back.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
Heather, you're back. Tom's back.
Fresh from Maui. We brought everyone macadamia nuts.
Oh. Okay, look, about me showing up at your wedding in the parking lot, I'm really, really sorry.
Don't be. I got a little crazy bride. Anyway, I'm on my way to the Social Security office to change my last name. Bye-bye, Heather Donnelly. Hello, Heather Hogan. I was gonna bring Tom with me because it's such a big deal, but there's a guy in his office.
What guy?
FBI guy. Kind of a hottie.
Right, see ya.
Speak of the devil.
Can I speak to you, Lieutenant?
I'm in the middle of a meeting, Inspector Boxer.
Yes, sir, I can see that.
This is FBI agent John Ashe, profiler. He's requested your help with the Kiss Me Not Killer investigation.
Really?
I've told him that you are too valuable to this department to loan out to the FBI.
I agree.
You do?
The FBI has my files. I'm sure the case is much better off in their capable hands.
Sorry, we couldn't be more help.
Our office received this in the mail 9 days ago. We don't think it's a hoax.
Kiss Me Not is playing games, Lieutenant. He is not going to hurt me.
You knew about this?
You've been on your honeymoon.
Did you request a security detail? Take any precautions?
I can take care of myself.
Oh, this is so typical.
The Kiss Me Not killer feels a connection to Inspector Boxer, which means she's gotten into his head, which means she's the best person to help us solve this case. 3 women have been murdered, possibly more. He's not finished. We can ensure her safety.
24-hour detail.
Tom, what the hell? You're the one that wanted me to move on. Remember how I was obsessed? This case ruined our marriage?
We will protect her, and we will find this guy.
Hello, I'm right here. Mia Spaulding, victim's wife. Lindsay Boxer.
Inspector Boxer, I didn't kill Silas.
Okay, just calm down, talk to me.
I can't go on without him. My life is over. I want to be with Silas.
Where are you?
I'm at the Golden Gate Bridge. I just wanted you to know I didn't do it.
Golden Gate Bridge security, she's gonna jump. Mia?
Goodbye.
You are not leaving.
I am going down
I'll
there.
go. As of now, you are on loan to the FBI.
You really should be back by now. I'm gonna call Jacobi.
You were going to tell me about Sarah Rice.
Waitress. Grew up in Marin County, strangled in 2003. She was 26.
You sound like you're reading from a phone book.
You want an interpretive dance? The Kiss Me Not killer laid her to rest in a bed of lilacs. They were still fresh when we found her. 206 possible suspects were questioned and dismissed. They really should be back by now.
So, you married your lieutenant, huh?
That was low, going over my head like that.
Well, I did give you a week to come around.
Melissa Paquin, a student from Pacific Heights, 48 stab wounds. Her medical examiner, Claire Washburn, estimated it took her 16 hours to die. She was 23 years old. There were no lilacs, but he left an old key in her hand and a dead mouse at her feet. When we saw her lips, we knew it was the same guy. That's when we dubbed him the Kiss Me Not Killer.
You gave him the nickname?
Claire did. It was 4 in the morning. None of us had slept for days.
You almost sound nostalgic.
Well, back then I still thought we were gonna catch the bastard.
Keep going.
Elaine Lewis, killed October 12th, 2007. Cashier. She disappeared from Silver Springs, Nevada 2 weeks before we discovered her body. Kiss Me Not eviscerated her, slit her wrists, and then left her in a copper bathtub.
She broke the pattern. The others were from the Bay Area.
Which you already knew. You already know everything in these files. So why are we doing this?
What I have access to are the words you put down on paper. What I need is access to what you were thinking when you wrote them down.
I was thinking it sucks that Sarah's father isn't going to be able to walk her down the aisle. I was thinking there's no mortician on the planet that could make Melissa's 48 stab wounds disappear so she could have a decent funeral. I was thinking Elaine was probably alive long enough to watch him pull out her insides. Nobody cared about access to my thinking when the FBI yanked this case from me.
So you're pouting.
I don't like you.
I'm not very impressed with you either.
Damn it.
Ahmed was driving his cab back from Marin when he saw Mia go over the bridge.
Are you sure it was her?
Uni's found her car in Golden Gate Park. Purse and ID were inside.
Rescue's looking for the body. Mia was either overcome with grief or remorse.
I'm gonna take your statement.
So, what's up? I go to get a cup of coffee. Next thing I know, I got Captain America riding shotgun.
It's just routine FBI bull about the Kiss Me Not Killer. It's nothing. Hey, I spoke to Mia Spalding. She said she didn't kill her husband. I believed her.
I don't usually get to know our victims piecemeal, but from Silas's various parts, I can tell you he was active, didn't have much fat on him.
Still waiting on Silas's business records, but I just heard through the uni grapevine that Lindsay's behind closed doors with some FBI guy.
Routine follow-up to the Kiss Me Not investigation.
You're just in time to hear everything you wanted to know about tires. According to the text, the car that hit Silas had bias ply instead of radial tires.
So the car was a vintage something. My stepdad had an old muscle car. He liked to talk about it a lot. Is that FBI guy single?
I'm leaving.
Hey, Laurent Prenay showed up for his polygraph.
These are routine questions the FBI is asking Lindsay. Just how routine are they?
Hey. She didn't tell you either. The Kiss Me Not Killer contacted the FBI. He threatened Lindsay.
How long ago?
Over a week.
Why do you think he's after you?
I don't think he's after me.
I don't believe you.
I don't care. For the love of God, come in.
Hi, heard you were in here. Hi.
What have you got?
A friend of ours who can't exactly pass along the information to Jacobi and Tom came across some information in the Silas Spalding case. 2 years ago, he and his partner filed a $100,000 insurance claim after their wine warehouse was robbed.
Yeah, Jacobi and I looked at the police report. There's nothing there.
Would you still feel that way if you knew that 6 months later, Ina File Quarterly did a story about Spalding and Prenay coming back from near bankruptcy conveniently around the time of the robbery? Looks like an insurance scam. Laurent Prenay is in interrogation, taking a polygraph.
Have you driven a vintage car in the last 24 hours?
No.
Did you kill Silas Spalding?
No.
Did you report a robbery at your wine warehouse a year ago?
Yes?
Was that report fraudulent?
No. Why are you asking me about this?
Just yes or no answers, please. Was that police report fraudulent?
I said it wasn't. You know what? You want to ask me about Silas? Fine. Anything else? I want my lawyer.
Come with me. I took a peek at the love note the FBI received. It's a great picture. You didn't tell me. Did you tell anyone? Did you tell Claire, Jill, your reporter friend?
He's a coward. He would never go toe-to-toe with me.
Oh, so you think you're safe because of that gun on your hip. Or that extra one you got strapped to that skinny little calf. Oh, yeah, I know you're packing. This psychopath has murdered 3 women that we know of. And he doesn't just do it in one way. Oh, no, he uses all manner of torture.
I'm trained. I can handle him.
He could shoot you with a sniper rifle from across the street. He could put a bomb on your car. He could get into your apartment and slit Martha's throat and get to you before you even got a hand on one of your precious guns. You want to work yourself into the ground? Fine. You want to sit home every weekend? Fine. Hell, you want to have sex with your ex-husband, who happens to be our boss, and pretend that it didn't happen? Fine. I might think it's sad and stupid, but that's your business. But this is my business. And not just because I love you. I could be in that car he bombs. I could be standing next to you on that street.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what you think this is, but it's not partners. Because partners are in this together. And you? Baby, you just made sure you're in this all by yourself.
Hey, Spaulding and Pernay's business account records finally came in. You'll notice who they did the majority of their business with.
Victor Atkinson, of the aptly named Victor's Fine Wines.
I know the polygraph was inconclusive, but if Silas and Laurent did run some sort of insurance scam, maybe that wasn't their only illegal activity. Victor might know what they're into.
Maybe he was into it with him.
Let's bring Victor in. Get formal.
But hold off on that.
You are not working this case.
A woman killed herself. A woman that I spoke to this morning. I'm on the case. Come on, look how fast Laurent got spooked when we brought up the insurance thing.
All right, we'll hold off on Victor until we have a better idea what we're dealing with.
What do you want these?
Great. The records from Spaulding and Pernay are here. I was expecting less. Men, back to my office.
Did you have to tell Jacobi? So I'm thinking that we should have Cindy get on Victor. He did not bring them here.
Who?
Elaine Lewis's parents. See if you two can find anything in those financial records that connect it to Victor. Then have Cindy head over to Victor's Fine Wines. I will call her when I'm done here.
Mr. and Mrs. Lewis, part of the reason I asked you to come in is because we have some new information. 2 days before Elaine was found dead in San Francisco, she was seen in a hotel off of Highway 215. She was with a man.
My God.
Is there anything about this person that you recognize? Just take your time.
I can't. You wouldn't think it was possible, but it's worse to see her alive with him. I'm sorry. I have to go.
In town a few more days.
Bringing in the grieving parents, breaking out new evidence. Do you actually think I'm that easily manipulated?
I was hoping you were that easily manipulated. You're gonna want to go. Because the other option is that you don't care, that you never cared, that your ex upstairs was right. You couldn't handle the mess you made of your marriage, so you used a serial killer. You used the pain of those 3 women and their families as an excuse to check out. And this martyr act of yours that you've perfected is nothing more than a pathetic facade.
Come with me.
Hi. Are you Victor?
That's me. Can I help you?
I'm getting married in a few months, and I hear you have some great deals on some amazing wines.
You heard that from...
I think his name was, Degrassi.
Ambassador Degrassi.
Well, Ambassador Degrassi loves you. Specifically your prices, and I'm gonna need a lot of wine for this wedding, so... I was hoping maybe you could recommend something.
Well, there's the 2004 Chateau de Fay.
Isn't that really expensive stuff?
Yes, but my brokers are Spaulding and Pernay. They're very connected. They always get me the best price.
And this Chateau du Fay, is that one of their special acquisitions?
Yes.
I should probably try it before I decide, huh?
One of those brokers was also a good friend. He died today. In honor of him, why don't you take this? Drink it with your fiancé. If you like it, I'll give you a good price.
Thank you.
Where are we going?
I let him, this bastard's gonna destroy me. And that would be okay. You know, that would be worth it. If I could stop him. But I can't. I tried. For years, I tried. I gave everything. I gave up everything. And I failed. Elaine Lewis is dead because I failed. So I need you to just let me off the hook here, okay? I need you to let all of this go.
No.
Laurent's car, radios. Victor's car, radios.
Who else didn't run over Silas?
His wife, God rest her, his neighbors, his employees. Nobody has bias-ply tires anymore.
Listen, this FBI guy, the Kiss Me Not case. Am I the only one concerned about Lindsay jumping back into this again?
We will all have to keep our eye on her. Except for me.
Yeah, special delivery. Forensic accounting ferreted out a hefty mutual fund. Mia Spaulding was saving for retirement, not with her husband. Some guy named Dylan Carter.
San Francisco police. Are you Dylan Carter?
No. Hang on. Dylan!
Hey, honey, what is it?
This is Dylan, my wife.
Sorry.
Mia Spaulding isn't dead, but she is Dylan Carter.
Yeah, I bet you wish you were back on that honeymoon, huh?
I told Tony that I witnessed a hit and run, and you're here to take a statement. Please, I didn't do anything.
You faked your own death.
And you're bigamous.
I didn't kill Silas. This is where I was. Call anyone on that list. I go to every PTA meeting. I'm in charge of cookies.
Why did you want us to think you were dead?
I was dead. That me, Mia Spaulding, doesn't exist without Silas. I wanted to end it before things got even more complicated, and I had to get home.
To your other husband.
I paid that cab driver $500 to say he saw me jump. I have been a better wife to Tony, a better mother to my boys in the 3 years I was married to Silas than I ever was before. I'm happy. I was happy. But Silas.
Checks out.
We met at a gallery opening, and I went by myself because Tony, he doesn't like that kind of a thing. And Silas just swept me away, so I told him I was single. And then the lies just spiraled.
Must have been tough to keep track of who you were when.
I had 2 cell phones and 2 sets of IDs, but neither of them ever suspected. Are you gonna arrest me for all this?
That'll be up to the DA.
Thank God. Youthful lies. All right, tell me if these numbers match up.
What am I looking at?
On a hunch, Lindsay wanted me to do a comparison of the wine we found with Silas Spaulding's body with a sample of the same wine straight from the winery.
Lindsay thinks that Silas and Laurent were counterfeiting wines.
It's a possibility.
Well, for once, Lindsay's hunch didn't pan out. Numbers match up. But, let's try this one. Victor gave me this bottle. It's from Silas and Laurent.
Will do. You were so helpful.
So Mia Spaulding is not dead.
Hi. 2 things. You're supposed to call Claire about wine counterfeiting.
I'm working a hunch because I am on this case.
Okay, and here's your warrant. For a storage facility in Oakland, it's rented by a company owned by Laurent Pernay. And there's a 3rd thing for you in the bathroom.
Go ahead. We got this.
Give me 2 seconds. This better be important. Heather? It's Lindsay.
Lindsay Boxer.
Can I come in?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hi.
Lindsay Boxer's a great name. I'm gonna be Heather Hogan.
Heather Hogan's not bad.
That's ridiculous. Heather Hogan. Heather Hogan from Hoboken.
When you say it like that.
That's how Tom's mother says it.
Tom's mother says everything in the most vile and offensive way possible. It's just part of her charm.
Every time I go to turn these stupid papers in, I freak out. I don't know. I've been down there and back 3 times today.
What? I'm sure Tom doesn't mind if you don't change your name.
He says he doesn't, but
He does. Okay. Okay. I've been working this case. This woman had 2 different names, 2 different husbands, 2 different lives. But when it comes down to it, she's just one messed up chick. She could have 50 names, and she would still be just one messed up chick who doesn't know who she is or what she wants. But you, whatever your name is, you have a husband who loves you and a job that you love. So your last name, it's just the way we sign our checks. And who uses checks anymore anyway?
Okay.
Any bets on what's in there?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a case of 45 Latua. Or the murder weapon.
I just drove a Ferrari.
Yeah, 4 feet.
All but 3 of these cars had bias-ply tires, but none has major body damage. Her murder weapon is here, right?
You a lab tech now?
I am whatever I need to be, and the real techs wanted me to look at this particular car because there is organic matter in the grill.
Organic matter as in blood.
Blood, hair, skin, plus some body damage.
Hello, murder weapon.
Congratulations. You could have waited for me.
You come here alone? Where's Agent Ashe?
I snuck out the back and came all by myself because I'm not 6.
Inspector Boxer, you should check out that 750i. I think it's been tampered with.
Hey, he's worried about you. Sometimes worry and anger look a lot alike.
He wants me to hide and be scared, and I can't do that. I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction.
I'm assuming you're talking about the Kiss Me Not, Kill Her Not Tom?
Both, actually.
You should tell your friends.
You have a flashlight. Thank you. You see that?
Somebody tried to hotwire this baby.
I think our killer tried and couldn't get it started. The new models are notoriously difficult to hotwire, so he moves on to the vintage SUV. It's easier to wire, and frankly, probably better suited for repeatedly running somebody over.
Meaning Laurent's probably not our killer. I mean, why hotwire your own car?
Yeah, so somebody breaks in here, takes one of Laurent's cars, kills Silas, then puts it back exactly where he found it without a good washing.
Laurent's being framed.
Who benefits from killing one partner and sending the other partner to jail?
Actually, I have a thought on that.
Victor Atkinson, San Francisco PD. Fire in the hole. Okay, blow it.
Atkinson, we know you're in here.
He's got about $1,000 worth of Chateau Lafite in him.
Hey. He's armed.
Don't tell Heather.
Mr. Atkinson, do not want to shoot a cop.
I can't go to jail. I will not.
Stay down. Don't move. I will tell Heather. Put it down, right now. Put it down.
You better be drunk shooting at a cop.
How did you know?
That bride you met with today, we tested the wine you gave her. It wasn't the real Chateau de Fay, it was counterfeit.
Silas and Laurent.
No, not Silas and Laurent. I just saw all of your empty bottles and your fake labels.
Silas found out you were selling counterfeit wine, didn't he? But because you were his father's friend, he didn't even tell Laurent. He wants you to have a chance to make it right.
Make what right? It's no difference to most people what's in the bottle, as long as the label is right.
And those rare few who realize they've been had, they don't want to admit they spent $1,000 for a $100 bottle of wine, right?
I told Silas I wasn't going to apologize. When his business with Laurent was in trouble a couple of years ago, know who saved them? Me. I hired a guy to rob them so they could collect the insurance money. He owed me.
Why frame Laurent?
It had to be somebody.
Did Silas know that you were behind the robbery?
Not until 2 days ago when he threatened to go to the police about counterfeiting. How dare he?
Okay, let's go.
I have an announcement to make. I would like to introduce all of you to Mrs. Heather Hogan. Now that is a great name.
Yeah, she didn't want to change her name. We should never tell him that.
Most people don't really want to know the truth.
No. Most people with a fairy tale. I did. I wanted Prince Charming to love me no matter who I was, no matter what I did.
It doesn't work that way, does it?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I know why he does it.
Kiss me not.
Tell me you found your grandmother's antique books. Yeah, come on.
So what are we looking for again?
Okay, the key elements of the Kiss Me Not murders, okay? Elaine Lewis, copper tub, silver leaves. Sarah Rice, silver rope, lilacs, Melissa Paquin, a key and a mouse.
So you think he's staging these murders based on old fairy tales?
These fairy tales have been told for hundreds of years in hundreds of different forms. They're archetypal, allegorical, morality tales that center around transgression, punishment, redemption.
Yeah, all of that, but I also think he's doing the Prince Charming thing.
Kiss Me Not thinks he's Prince Charming?
No. I don't know, but I do know that if we're gonna understand this guy, we have to understand the stories that he's trying to tell.
Man, thanks for calling me. You're in the club after all.
You have a club, huh?
No.
I'll see you in the car.
I think Agent Ashe wants me to tell you that he didn't just pull me back in this case because of my stellar investigative skills.
What do you mean?
Lindsay.
The killer sent the FBI something. An article of yours, actually, with a photo from Elaine Lewis's crime scene of me with X's all over my lips.
Oh my God.
And you didn't tell us this.
I didn't want anyone to worry.
You don't get to decide that.
We're your friends.
How could you not tell us about that?
Hey. I know you think we gave up last time. That we left you to fight him alone. You were right. We couldn't handle it. We screwed up. We were wrong, but we are back. We are with you. We are gonna catch this son of a bitch. Nothing is gonna happen to you. Are we clear?
We're clear. Previously on Women's Murder Club.
That whole thing about the Kiss Me Not killer
Obsession
was going to cost you your marriage.
That psycho murdered 2 women.
Kiss Me Not. He's back.
And this time we'll stop him.
The FBI is taking over the case.
Those were my files. I'm the one who filled out the profile on that monster. I stared into the faces of those poor women.
Lindsay, this obsession is costing you a lot.
Agent John Ashe, had some new developments. We think you might be his next victim. You're slow today. Maybe you're not sleeping well.
Really? Do you have to talk to me?
Disturbed REM patterns are a common side effect of fear. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Okay, the only thing that I fear is that while you've been lurking around my apartment for the past 9 days, the Kiss Me Not killer is out there looking for his next victim.
The FBI believes the next victim is you.
Because he sent a picture of me with X's on my lips, he is looking for attention. Or he's creating a distraction. Either way, cruising me while I jog is not gonna find him.
Which is why you should stop playing coy and agree to help me with the case.
Boxer. Hi. What is it? Okay, I'll be right there. I spent 5 years on this case. Now it's your turn.
I profiled dozens of serial killers. They rarely make idle threats, Inspector Boxer.
Good thing I sleep with a gun under my pillow. Come on. Come on. The usual. So what's this info you couldn't share over the phone?
I need 200 in addition to my burgers. It's a bargain, believe me.
10% down. Don't push it.
Follow me. Come on.
Okay, how about a hint for my 20?
Just hang on, will you? We're almost there.
You been taking your meds?
Meds? No.
Where are we going, Skeet?
Just come in here, please. Someone that I want you to meet.
Okay, who?
Him.
Whoa!
No, I really like the Duke.
I saw you then.
Man, it hurts just looking at it. I mean, him.
Silas Spaulding, 41. I guess he was making a delivery.
2003 Chateau Cheval Blanc. That's about $400 a pop.
Well, Skeet found the head down the street. It must have rolled or bounced.
The man finds a severed head, picks it up, and takes it. Tell me you didn't give him money again.
Wow. Dismemberment by vehicle. And judging by those yaw marks, this wasn't just some random hit and run. I mean, somebody was angry enough at this guy to hit him a few times. Did I mention how much I love having Tom out of town?
Well, you know, he will be back with a tan and a wedding ring.
Go check in with Jill.
Well, thanks for your help. Uni's canvassed the whole block. I'd start taking affidavits, but nobody saw anything.
Were you just flirting with him?
I mentioned how happy I am to be single again.
Every day since you moved out of Luke's apartment.
I love my life. Except this part. This part sucks. Hey! Is it true that a homeless guy found a head?
Hey, yeah, let's not make it sound like a good thing.
It's a terrible thing. It's also front page material.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Cadaver dog found this in a gutter.
Front page, above the fold material.
Silas and Mia, 2005.
Very less than 3 years. That's still the honeymoon phase for some couples.
Well, I'd say the honeymoon is over.
I still don't understand. Silas was walking and a car hit him. And the person just left him there? Like roadkill?
We don't think it was an accident.
You mean somebody, what? Like murder?
Did your husband have any enemies? I mean, maybe somebody he did business with?
No, no. He and his business partner, Laurent Pernet, they're best friends. They built the wine business from nothing. And we all go to the theater together in Napa.
Mrs. Spaulding, I'm sorry, but we have to ask. Where were you last night?
I was home.
What time did Silas leave the house?
I don't know. Please, search our house. And search our car. Anything to find out who did this to him. Because without Silas, that life, it's just over. Can I see my husband now?
That's probably not a very good idea.
Hey, Miss Spaulding gave us permission to search her house and her car.
It's a good sign she didn't kill her husband.
It'd be a better sign if she had any kind of alibi. We'll need to subpoena Silas's business records. See if you can get Mia's as well. She does something in commercial real estate.
Sure, I'll clear it with Denise.
Wait. Your voice didn't do that thing when you said Denise's name.
What thing?
The rumbly, trembly, hate-filled thing, which I'm sure nobody but me has ever noticed.
Denise is no longer a problem. Ever since she got drunk at Tom and Heather's wedding and announced to Luke that I'd had sex with Hanson, thereby ending my relationship, she's been a peach. Turns out my boss is actually capable of guilt.
I'm sorry. This event is invitations only.
SFPD, we're investigating a murder. Does that get us on the guest list?
We're looking for Laurent Pernet.
Silas can't be dead. He's just late. I've left him like 5 really pissed off messages on his cell. That's why he
His
hasn't...
wife ID'd his photo.
I can't believe this. He was my best friend for 20 years.
Tell me about your business.
deal wine. Silas and I buy from vineyards and auction houses all over the world and resell to the right clientele. That's what we're doing here today.
Have there been any problems lately? Any dissatisfied customers?
No. You said he was carrying the Cheval Blanc. Maybe this was a robbery that went bad. We've been hit before.
All right, I'll look into it. Would you mind showing me your car, please?
Of course.
So you and Silas were close, Mr. Atkinson?
Actually, his dad was my best friend. Thank God he didn't live to see this.
Did Silas and his partner get along?
Partnerships. They're like